Hello again, folks. Sorry about all of that. I don't know why my computer camera chose that moment to dismount, and then to dismount again, and then a third time, and I hastily had to kind of rebuild my entire connection system. We think that we've solved the problem, but this may be kind of one of those cases where if everything crashes again in 5 minutes, we're just going to treat that initiative rolling cliffhanger as the end of this episode and pick up the fun again in 2 weeks' time. But I hope that we're able to do this last hour because there's still some fun things to do and to check out. So anyway, as I was saying before this oh so rude interruption, Cal, you are not here at the moment, but your body sure is. Helena and Satus, can I please have initiative?
Alrighty, let's
Did everyone catch what happened with Lorek? I'm not sure when OBS crashed.
I think they heard everything, but
Did you guys hear the
distinctive crunch of him dying?
Lorek.
yeah.
Yes, let's
Excuse me.
underline it that way. Cal in a brutal act of
No.
murder.
No, it was not Cal.
I got a 9+1 for a 10 in terms of initiative.
Thank you, Rena, in the chat
17.
confirming that it cut off as I was saying to roll initiative. Thank you very much.
That's what we thought.
perfect
Okay,
Great,
timing.
great.
Okay, great. Good.
17 plus 1 for an 18.
Nice.
Do I get to roll initiative?
No,
Oh, Lord.
No. Okay.
Right.
you do not.
No, in short.
Um,
Oh boy.
Helena, you go first.
Okay, so what I would like to do, ideally, is I would like to use my greatsword to try and disarm Cal not Cal, so that maybe we can have
Cal
a
not Cal.
conversation. So I guess I'm going to start by seeing if that connects.
Yeah, I'm gonna
looking
say
thoughtful.
roll an attack roll just to kind of see if you're able to
Yeah.
like pin her down for starters.
Yeah, 'cause I think it is a sort of, okay, that could have been better. So 5 plus 5, that is a 12 total.
With a
Oh, dear.
12 total, yeah, this connects. So I'm
Okay.
gonna say make an athletics check, which will be contrasted by Cal's acrobatics check.
Okay, sure. Great. So I get a 9 plus 5 for 14.
Alas, not quite enough. She's able to squirm away from you and keep her hand on that
Ugh.
staff.
So squirmy.
I'm dexterous. Even when I'm not in my body.
I think that anything else, Helena?
No.
Satus, what do you want to do?
Okay, just to confirm, is our wizard friend, is he dead beyond cure woundsing? Is he like come straight up gone? Okay.
Yeah, that man is gone.
Then I will not be
Look on the positive
utilizing-
side. You don't need to pay him that 25 gold.
Hey, cool. All right.
Silver lining guides.
Alrighty. Then in that case, I think just to try and not hurt Cal, but not have Cal hurt us, I think I'm gonna utilize hideous laughter in an attempt to knock Cal prone.
Excellent,
And-
excellent.
And I will just
As
perceive
Rena
everything as
points out in the
hilariously
chat,
funny.
you can also probably get your 25 gold back.
I will be doing that
Yeah.
after should we
Ooh.
survive.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that for sure. But yes, I would utilize hideous laughter, and I would say, Cal, more like Mal. This is so bad.
Latinate punning. I love it.
Yeah.
That's a 19 saving throw.
That unfortunately saves.
All right.
So, nothing.
Cool. Well, I think that she's going to try to attack
Yeah.
you, Satus.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
Oh, it does.
She'll grip the staff tightly with both hands and just give you like a 1-2 smack, doing 3 points of damage.
All right, not so bad. Let me see your 1-2 smack. All right.
And we're back to the top of the order with Helena.
Right. So again, we're going with the whole disarm thing. This time, I would like to use my old my old friend.
I enjoy how
rope.
specific you're being. This is extremely specifically to disarm Cal.
Yeah, and contain. So rope lasso style is what we're thinking here.
Oh, nice.
I like it. I like
How we
it.
go about that, I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure it'll be impressive.
I think that this will be a straight up dexterity check contested by a dexterity saving throw from Cal.
Great. I mean, not that great. Ooh, 18 plus 1.
That's a 5, so you're able to get a rope around her.
There we go.
Yes. Yes. Great. Maybe we can have a conversation now.
She, as you're doing that, she'll yell some more words out, but it will be, like Erkelal, Merkelithit, Markalateda Batara.
Okay, what I would say is you want a body. There's one over there. Here. Could you maybe see your way to going in that body? And then we can just stop fighting.
It's a perfectly fine, functional body. It's working just as intended.
That one. Like a
Tip-top
British
shape. Not a
Satus,
scratch on her.
it's your turn. What are you doing?
I think I would like to probably assist in the disarming of so maybe I also grab on the rope, or if that means like wrapping around like Helena, like tug of war style, like I want to also try and just like reduce the threat of Cal.
And 1 second, like Beth, what you tried to do was to tie up Cal or to get the stick away from her?
The second time it was just to tie up, so
Okay.
I imagine that it would be pretty hard to use that stick now.
Sure.
But-
Yeah, I think that this will be a sleight of hand check with disadvantage, Mike, to try to get the stick
Okay.
away from her while she's still holding onto it.
Sure. Okay, so I'll roll 2 of those. It's that, and that's that. So that is a 6 plus 1 for a 7.
Yeah, you're not getting that stick away from her.
That's fine.
Yep. She's gonna try to squirm her way out of those ropes. Rolling, yeah, I am gonna hit this. A natural 20 to free herself from these ropes. And a moment later, she's again brandishing this staff and holding it in front of her. And at this
I
point,
can't do anything.
as she again sort of threatens Helena and Satus with the staff, we cut to the inside Cal's mind cam.
Okay, cool.
And for a moment, again, you're falling and falling and falling. But then you land somewhere, not with a smack, not with any kind of force, but almost as if you'd just taken a sure-footed step, Emma. And you land in the middle of the Great Hall of the Armory, except it's not a ruin. It is the armory in its heyday, with perfectly carved stone all around you. And you hear this banging of this great oak door shut behind you as the guards leave, leaving you alone with the only other person in the room. The man that you've known so long, the man who you somehow, even though in some ways you've never seen him before, you instantly recognize as Crown Prince Fildan. And as he comes up and gives you a hug and says the words, "I'm so glad that you're here," a part of you understands that you're not actually hearing those words. You're hearing the dialect of old Aldoran as he says them. And as he sort of breaks off the hug, he'll go, "I am so, so sorry. As soon as news of Maunot's death got to me, I've been so worried about you. Are you all right? How have things been without him?"
It's been hard.
I'm
But-
sure.
In fact, sometimes I feel like I'm sort of a different person now.
In many
But
ways, I'm sure you were. The two of you shared so much.
we did. We did, didn't we?
Rilvan, everything, it's all collapsing. The Empire's coming down. The Order of the Cavaliers is practically dead. I think that you may be the last survivor, and I think that aside from these final 3 that we have, I think that even the Rildran may be gone. I think that we may be down to these final 3.
What do you intend to do with them?
And at this point, we cut back to the fight, already in progress. Helena, what would you like to do for your turn?
I mean, I don't know if can Satus and I sort of double team Cal. I just feel we might get further if we with the whole disabling the staff thing. If we both approached, but maybe not.
Yeah, no, I like this. But I'll tell you what, like, it will take up both of your actions to do it, but
Chill.
you will get
You sure?
a advantage on whatever you're trying to do. Are you trying to hit her? Are you trying to get the staff away from her?
We are trying to get the staff away. I think so far we've got precisely nowhere, so maybe worth a try.
Okay. Cool. I would say who is distracting her and who is actually like grabbing the staff.
I feel like I'm better at distraction than
I love it.
grabbing.
Yep. I'll be grabbing.
All right, great. So then, Helena, roll me with advantage on that staff grab.
Cool. Is that just 20? Just
Oh, excuse me. This would be a sleight of hand check.
oh dear. Okay. 12.
Yeah, no, you are able to sort of catch her in a moment as Satus is approaching her. She takes a step back and is not ready for you to swoop in and snatch that staff away from her.
Yes. High five. Keeping the staff in my other hand.
Satus was distracting with a YA on her.
Yeah, you were.
Why
A moment later, you see Cal take a step back, quickly sort of feel different parts of her outfit. And a moment later, there's a swing as she brings up a dagger on each hand.
Right. Forgot about those.
Oh no.
And now
no.
attacks you, Helena.
Uh-huh.
One's a 2 and one's a 3. I don't think that either one of those is going to hit.
No way. I'm going to use this stuff against you. Boof, boof, boof.
Oh,
Yes.
I love it.
Whap! You, like, pause those daggers in midair.
Yeah, somehow. Yeah. Oh dear.
And we now go back to the conversation that Cal, the real Cal, is having in the past with Crown Prince Fildlan of the Aldoran, as he is sort of going, I don't even know who to trust these days. Aside from my own brother, I see vipers everywhere. The entire court has been turned around me since the death of the king. It's absolute chaos. This may be the end of the Empire if something doesn't happen.
I don't know how I know this, but I know that if we save the Rildran, if we make them accessible via some sort of magic, there will come a time that 3 heroes will find them and save Aldoran.
He takes this sort of long, deep breath and go, I've already asked so much of you, but I am going to ask you just a little bit more. Can you take them? Can you hide them? Can you protect them until it is time for those heroes to find them? Your
Yes.
final act as the last Cavalier of Aldoran.
Yes.
Good. I don't know who is behind all of these schemes, but if we're able to keep these secret, if we're able to keep them protected from the dark designs, I think that there is a hope for the future. Take them,
I think
leave
so.
tonight, take a Void Keeper. If all goes as planned, we can at least have a little bit of light in the future.
Yes, we can.
And
I
we
will
now
do
go
it.
back to Helena and Satus for Helena's turn.
Right. No more Mr. Nice, Helena. I think I would like to run at her, sort of body slide into her feet to try and sort of knock her down.
Ooh.
And then I would like to, pin her, ideally.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that this is first going to be a dexterity check and then a strength check to see if you're able to, like, properly knock her off her feet and then grapple her.
Okay. That is an 11.
Oh, yep. No, you knock her off her feet.
And then 16 plus 3 is 19.
You are holding Cal, the squirming figure of Cal, in a tight, restraining embrace.
Finally.
Yeah.
Satus, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Is there any way, like, if Helena's got Cal completely, like, wrapped up, can I try to, like, yell, or try to get into the Cal within, like, any sort of trying to, like, communicate beyond this possession and try to, like, initiate the yoinking Cal out process?
So you want to kind of do, like, the Sherr special, like, snap out of it.
Yeah, basically. I want to try to be like, come on! Like, where's the Cal we know and love?
This is a good question. I would say, like, describe what you would do to try to reach her, and I can then tell you sort of what skill that would be.
I think I would get right up in Cal's face and basically just be like, Cal, I know you're in there. I don't know what's going on with this person who's possessed you, is attacking us, but I know that you wouldn't do it. And I know you wouldn't kill our wizard friend for no good reason. So I'm not sure what magic is afoot, but I think there's something happening deep inside. And if you're down there, if there's a way that we can get you out, please just know that we're here and we want you to snap out of this and come back, and we can continue on our journey with you at our side, not on the other side.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage, please.
All right. That would be that, and that would be that. 15 plus 6 for a 21.
Cal, in this vision that you're seeing, you're suddenly feeling a little bit lighter, as though every step that you take, you're almost feeling like you're almost beginning to float off the ground. But at that moment, a side door into this great hall opens, and another man comes in, and Crown Prince Filden, the man that you've been talking to, smiles and goes, "Ah, here we go. I don't know if you've ever met my brother. Here, let me introduce you. This is my brother, Crown Prince Volan." And as this man comes up and offers his hand with this wide smile to this historical figure that you're embodying of Rilvan, Cal, you have this very dissonant experience where you realize that you know this man. When you saw him, he was maybe 15, maybe 20 years older than the face that he is wearing right now. But you instantly recognize the man that was just introduced to you as Crown Prince Volan as Count Zillan, who you shared a glass of wine with at the inn right before you were arrested in Cold River. And as muscle memory takes over and your hand shoots out and shakes his, and you feel your mouth start to say words that at first you can kind of follow and then quickly devolve into Aldoran gibberish, you're suddenly rising up through that dark tunnel and then zooming back up to that window, and then you're back, and you're in your own body, in moderate amounts of pain as Helena's burly arms crush you.
Helena!
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
Are you
it's me.
okay?
It's me.
Say something only Cal would say.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay, that
Maybe.
checks out. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Glad to have you back.
You can have your stuff back.
Oh, thanks. Ah,
Are
wow.
you all right?
Yeah, Whoa, that was trippy. Is everything okay here?
Well, we're fine.
Yeah,
And
we're
And
perfect
that's
state of
what
health.
matters.
But
That's good.
Yeah.
Lorik. Lorik's not doing so hot, and by that we mean you killed him, which was cool, but terrifying at the
And
same
wrong.
time. Yes, it was bad, but
Not
we know
your
you
fault.
didn't do it.
No, but
But
pretty
the fact
bad.
that you have the ability to do that is cool. But let's use that against villains in the future.
Yeah.
I killed him?
Oh, and like one swipe, it was tight as hell.
Yeah, the
wasn't
body
you,
is
obviously.
right there. You can kind of see the way that his neck is now bent at an unnatural angle.
Cal's gonna crawl over to him and try to start doing CPR and just being like, no, I didn't.
No, Cal,
I didn't
he's-
do this.
You didn't.
No.
It's okay. He's
Of course
super
you didn't.
gone. If you do want to get the 25 gold pieces off his person, though,
I do feel bad about this.
he's not gonna use
I
it.
think
Not
Cal's
that.
in a little too much shock to rifle through his clothes.
Satus
at the
walks over and
moment.
takes out the money.
We murdered one of the few people who's helped us, and
Yeah.
when I said we were off to see the wizard, this is not how I thought it would end. Anyway,
I didn't mean to.
we know.
I wasn't.
We know.
I found out some stuff.
Okay.
I know
What'd you learn?
I know who Volan is.
Oh,
You do?
He's that bastard who gave us a bottle of wine.
The really good wine.
Yeah. Never trust someone who just gives you a bottle of wine. That's what I always say. Now
Huh.
that's what I always say.
But how can it be? That's so weird.
I don't know, but and I think Cal relates the vision that she had. I was Rilvan. Rilvan, I think, is the woman that we saw in our vision who gave us the item. She's the last of the Cavaliers. And she was talking with Crown Prince Filden, and he said that he couldn't trust anybody except for his brother. And then his brother came in, and he introduced him as Volan.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked just like that guy. Maybe like a little
Uh-huh.
younger, but just like him. So I think he's V.
well,
Yeah.
that
Maybe
would
he-
track.
Yeah.
And I think I just look down to Lorik and I say, I'm sorry. I'm gonna figure out how to do what you do. And I'll apologize to you for real. Soon.
Yeah.
Well, if there's nothing else to be done here, I think we might as well get on our way. Unfortunately, time really is of the essence. and-
Speaking of Satus, you feel the pinprick of cold from your pocket as the Void Keeper turns from 198 to 197.
Okay. And like Satis shows it to the group. Look, the clock is literally ticking.
We just leave him?
Can we carry him back?
I know a
and-
direwolf that would love that.
Dear. We got the money back, right?
We should at least give him a burial.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, my people, we just kind of light a pyre. So I could just do that.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so gather some sticks and lay them on it, and Cal will light a fire and say, I hope you find the answer to your tests. I hope you figure it out.
The body burns evenly and brightly, and a few minutes later, you can no longer see his shape as well defined as the flames dance around him. And by the time that the bonfire burns out, he's gone. As that happens, though, talk to me about next steps. What are you guys doing now?
So we can either go back to the forest to investigate the Lady Atala thing.
Yep.
We can try to find the Fae.
Yes. Did you feel the Lady Atala thing was in the forest, or that somehow she was contacting us over a long distance? You felt it was something to do with the forest?
It's where I heard her voice on the wind, but I don't know that it was specific to the forest.
Satus, roll me a perception check, please.
Let's go. Come on. Be a good one, please. Come on. Please tell me I got a plus like 38.
That'd be impressive.
That is a 4 plus 5 for a 9.
It's very cold. It's very cold out here.
Damn it.
There's a Fae. We know maybe where to go to open our oars, but we still only have 2 out of the 3. At some point, we're going to have to go back and get that other one. So there's that. Other lines of inquiry. Rescuing Lady Atala, the Fae. What else?
The Citadel.
Yes.
Which is the farthest away now.
That's a good 5 days travel from where you are now.
I don't know if we're strong enough to take on Volan yet.
No. I feel like if there whatever would be the closest might be the best case. We could do something else close, and maybe after that check back into town, talk with Maeve, and maybe regroup before going on a more, either a longer journey or a more arduous one.
And should we check back? Should we go to the forest again before we leave here?
Yeah. Maybe during the daytime. Just see if.
Yeah, before we head out, just give it a look and one last check to see if we hear anything or see anything before departing.
Okay, on the way back. Yeah.
Okay. So, which one is closest? The Fae after the forest?
After the forest, the ranking of closest would be Cold River, about a day and a half's walk. The place where you had your lead on Fae activity, that's from here probably about 3 days journey. And then least accessible is the Citadel, 5 days journey.
So maybe we try to sneak back into Cold River after the forest investigation, talk to Maeve, and then head to the Fae if we still think they're worth talking to.
I
think that sounds good. Does that map direction wise make sense? Or are we going to be doing a lot of backtracking or?
No, that is roughly an efficient path of travel.
Cool. Then yeah, I think that sounds like a good plan.
Cool. Well, to the forest, or should we rest?
Yeah, do we need to make camp and sleep?
Should we try to find somewhere where we can rest where it's a little less cold?
You hear a voice from somewhere below you as it says,
Mm-mm.
"Hello? Are you out there? I've been trying to find you." And you recognize it as the voice of Deverell, the vampire spawn that you fought in the catacombs below Marwood Manor.
Yeah.
"It's not terribly polite to keep a man waiting, and I have a limited time offer for the three of you."
What is it?
"Come down and talk."
Can't we stay up here and talk?
"Okay, suit yourselves."
Will you promise not to bite us?
"I think I can arrange that. I promise to not bite you."
Or otherwise attack or attempt to murder us?
"If you do not attack me, I will promise not to try to do any harm to you."
Fair enough.
Okay.
Right, down we go.
Yep.
We've got the holy water ready, right? In
Yeah,
case.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Holy water beast.
Yeah, yeah. Holy water beast.
As you
Oh,
emerge
dear.
from the ruins of the armory, you see him standing at a crossroads a little bit down the hill next to a cart and holding a torch.
So, what's this offer?
"Come closer. Let's properly talk."
I'll turn to Helena and go, should we go closer?
Can we in any way see if we're walking into a trap if there are lots of other people?
Yeah.
No, he's in a
yeah.
fairly open position. Like, there's not a lot of bushes around him. He's picked kind of just like a empty spot in a crossroads.
And it's just some cart, not a cart.
It's not even a
Okay.
covered cart. It's just kind of like a wagon cart.
Let's just go talk to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you get closer, you see that the cart is actually full of hay. Except for dead in the center of it, there is a very, very large burlap sack that is squirming, as though someone was inside of it. And Deverell will say, "I think that there's been a slight mistake here. You've ended up with some property that belongs to my master, and we're going to correct this imbalance right here and right now. So, give me those last two pieces of the Rildran that you have, and you can have the wonderful Lady Atala back more or less in one piece." And indeed, you hear some muffled coming from within the bag. And it does sound like Lady Atala's voice.
Open the bag and prove that it's actually Lady Atala.
Yeah.
He goes and undoes sort of like the knot at the top of the bag and like pulls it down a little bit. And within is the gagged figure of a woman that you recognize as Lady Atala Marwood. And her eyes kind of widen in recognition as she sees the three of you.
Are you okay? Okay, I'm gonna take that as a no. So- I don't like the sound of that deal, personally.
Well, it's the final offer and it's very limited time.
What do you want with the Rildran?
To have them and to give them to my master, who's been trying to get them for a very, very long time.
Satus here has the Rildran. somewhere deep inside his coat or bag. So why don't you put down your torch and we can show you what we have.
He thinks about it for a moment and goes, "That seems fair. All right. I'll put down my torch, and then you'll understand how much time you have to give me back the Rildran." And he'll toss the torch onto the hay-filled cart, which immediately catches on fire.
I'm going to jump onto the cart and try to get Lady Atala off of there, and I have resistance to fire.
And a moment later, you hear a hiss and a snarl as Deverell is right next to you. And we'll pick that up in 2 weeks' time and see how this goes.
What time? Fun stuff.
What a time.
Alrighty, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and for putting up with that little technical snafu that we had there. We hope that it was still fun. And yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks. And I think that when we're back for our December episode, we'll also be talking about what, if any, time off we're taking around the holidays and the end of the year. I think there may be at least like one time when we would be streaming Dungeons and Dragons, which we may take off to like recover and replace our batteries and hang out with our families and do all that good holiday stuff. But as Emma just gestured, we don't really want to do that. We want to play Dungeons and Dragons. We want to do the thing, and we want to hang out.
That's right. Screw my family.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean that.
And you know what's a really, really great way to hang out and play Dungeons and Dragons? It is to support us on the Patreon.
What a segue. We got 2 new patrons since the last time we had an episode, so shout out to Julia Nichols and Richard Vogler. Thank you for joining. And speaking of that Patreon, we did add just a bunch of new stuff. We've got pictures of Beth's new booth setup, the places where I've been going for each of the different episodes. We also did our first video bonus thing. We're doing a series called 20 to Midnight Nights, where for about 30 minutes or so, we just chat, all 4 of us, about, you know, the previous episodes and what kind of alternate paths could have happened if either we chose differently or the roles turned out differently, asking Gabriel
what might have
as much as
happened
we
tonight?
Can. Yeah, so we did one that kind of covered the first 3 episodes. We'll do another one that does the 4th. But yeah, more of the bonus content is starting to be built.
We'll be going into the binder for more of what could have been and what roads were not taken.
Yeah, so you can head on over to patreon.com/20to midnight and check that out there for some sweet bonus content, and then support us making the show, which we really appreciate. And I guess, Emma, you can speak more to this, but now we've got more Twitch ways to support us.
Yeah, as some of you might have noticed, thank you to Sage of Squirrels and to everyone else who has subscribed on the Twitch. That's a quick and easy way to support us as well. And, you know, you'll be getting, you know, there's all the cool Twitch rewards that you get by subscribing, but namely, now that we are affiliates, ads will run on the stream, and if you are a subscriber, you do not have to watch those ads. Woohoo! And don't forget that if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to 1 channel per month for free. So if you choose us as that channel, we would really appreciate that.
That's right. We also have a YouTube channel, and please, also, if you know friends that would like this show but don't want to deal with the whole Twitch of it all, please also direct them to our YouTube channel, because we are in that, whatever the opposite of a sweet spot is, where we are now big enough for YouTube to run ads on our content, but not big enough for YouTube to give us money for the ads that they run on our content, which just kind of feels fundamentally insulting to us, and we'd love to climb our way out of that dark hole that we didn't know was a thing that happened. So please also check out the youtube.com/20to midnight. We do fun stuff over there as well. And that is also where kind of like the permanent archive of all these videos live on.
Yes.
I also want to say on the Patreon, we're going to be early next week uploading the first of our setting guides. We're going to be sort of doing the first of kind of the guides to the lands of Keldoren and sort of the different parts of this world in which the adventure is taking place. So if you are curious to know more about the lore and a little bit more about like the countries and the peoples of this world, and you also want to do it kind of in a way that is DM approved as spoiler safe and not giving away any information that will be a spoiler later on, those guides are going to start popping up on Patreon starting next week. So keep an eye out for those. That's, I think, going to be a lot of fun if you want to know more about what's going on design-wise underneath the hood.
Yeah.
You want to do our credits, Gabriel, as well?
I would love to. This has been 20 to Midnight, performed by Beth, Eyre, Emma Sherr-Ziarko, and Mike Schubert. It is dungeon mastered and adventure designed by me, Gabriel Urbina. It features original music by the amazing Alan Brody and original art by Mikaela Buckley. It features sound effects that are sourced from soundsnap.com, and it is made possible by our wonderful Patreon supporters.
Yeah.
Yes, and especially
And Twitch
shout out
subscribers.
and specifically by name shout out to Rena at our highest tier of Patreon for going above and beyond.
For really leveling up.
Absolutely.
That's right. That thing that you guys would have done today if Costa Rica had done better in the World Cup.
Instead, you chose to give me a horrible trauma.
That's look. If that's not the DM's job, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
All right, gang.
Jeez.
We'll be back in 2 weeks for more scheduled Dungeons & Dragons. There may be more unscheduled mayhem between now and then. Keep an eye out. Keep an ear out. We'll let you know if we're doing anything. Y'all are the best, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you, everybody.